Hey guys, how are you? And welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm gonna give you what you want, which is the project progress for this month. So you guys already know what this series is all about. It's about showing you products that I pick for the month, mainly powder products that I don't want to put in a project pan because they start to bore me and I need to rotate my collection, because if not I neglect everything. So if you want to see my thoughts on the products from this month and the ones that I chose for the upcoming month, then just keep on watching. Okay, so for the palettes, I have here first the Latte palette by Dominique, and you can see right here that I used it. I truly never used these two shades. I haven't tried them yet, but I love the entire palette. These eyeshadows are so good. I love the mattes more than the shimmers, and that almost never happens, even though the shimmers are super high quality. Then on the same page, I have the Lemonade palette by Dominique as well, and this is the old version. So she redid it and sent it again to people who got it when it was first released, like myself. And I have a couple thoughts on it, so stay tuned for a comparison video. But I loved a lot of the shades. I loved a lot about this palette. I love the color scheme, but I don't want to give you my opinion, so these you guys will see in another video. This is the Alamar palette by Kathleen Light's friend Gabby, Alamar Cosmetics, and this is the Reina del Caribe #1 palette. To be honest, I only used these two shades, this one and this one, and I truly love them. I think the pigmentation is on fleek. I just don't really love these two colors because they're not my colors, not because they're not good. The pigmentation is perfect, and I haven't used these two. I don't know why, because those are my colors. This one, this brown one, this yellow, mustardy yellow, orangey type of shade, and these two are just insane. Just my products that I heat pan on video, I was wearing these two colors and they're just beautiful on the eyes. The Too Faced chocolate bar in semi-sweet, I liked it, but to be honest guys, even if you see it on sale, I wouldn't recommend it. When you start building up the quality of the shadows that you buy, and you want something super pigmented right away, or something that everyone says that's buildable but you can see that it will pack a punch, this is not the palette for that. I love the black, that's a good one. Peanut butter is amazing. Truffle is really good. The shimmers are just they're nice, but they're super subtle, they're not that pigmented. It just didn't blow my mind. The blue in here I thought was gonna be incredible. It's just a dot when you compare it to the Alamar blue. And then the last palette that I have here, and this was a surprise for me because I truly love it, and it's the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today. 3502 palette by MORPHE, and I'm not a MORPHE affiliate. I was always saying that MORPHE eyeshadows were not enough for me, even after I got the Jaclyn Hill collab. This palette, I love it. I truly love it. I'm a neutral kind of girl. Like I love browns, different types of browns. This palette has every brown that you will need for your crease. It has every brown that you will need to blow out any eye makeup that you do. So, and it's super affordable, and the pigmentation is there. It's soft, it's buildable. I truly am in love with this palette. This was one of my favorites for the month. For blushes, I have used them all, to be honest, except for the ones in the Jaclyn Hill palette. So these I used a couple times. Amaretto, it's one of my favorite blushes. I just don't want to run out of it. I never use this color, but I use these quite a few times as well. It's just these two I didn't reach for them enough. These I never used. And Champagne Pop I heat pan, and you can see that on my video products that I heat pan. I showed that in there, and I have a little bit more pan now. But this is an amazing palette. If they would make it permanent, I would buy it. And they would make these two shades permanent, I would buy them for sure. Amaretto, more than anything, is just a beautiful color. And if you love orgasm, this is an orgasm on fleek. This is perfect, and it's one of those shades that you will reach for. And on any skin tone, it will look beautiful. So this palette, it's a beautiful one, and I would highly recommend that if you have it, just pull it out of your collection and just use it a little bit more. Another one that I'm wearing today is Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon. This was a gift from one of my best friends, and I love this. This is truly a beautiful shade. And the little bee house, I don't remember how you call that, panal you say in Spanish, I don't remember the name in English. The pattern on the pan, it hasn't gone away, and this is a beautiful, beautiful blush. I love the way it blends into the face as it was nothing, but it gives you just the right amount of blush. So these, go buy it because affordable and perfect. On the other hand, I put a blush that I adore, and I was hoping to hit pan on it because I have a lot of NARS blushes, and this is Luster, and this is one of my favorite blushes of all time, and you can see that I hit pan, so I'm super happy. And I know that if I keep using it constantly, I will have a huge pan right here, which is the place where I put my brush. But these, I would highly recommend if you're looking for one NARS blush and you weren't crazy about Orgasm, but you like a bronzy, peachy shade with a hint of a sheen, not chunky glitter or anything, Luster is the one for you. And then this one, I truly loved it, but I think I needed to be more tan to wear it more. But with a light hand, it looks beautiful, and with a heavy hand also, because I'm a blush person. This is the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in the shade Sun Swept, and this looks stunning on the cheeks. It makes you look super bronzy. It has a hint of pink, a hint of gold, like a bronzy shade. It's perfection, and it truly brightens your complexion when you use it. If I can get a peachy shade from this line, I will, because I'm in love with the formula now. For highlighters, I already told you guys that Prosecco Pop was a fail, Champagne Pop I hit pan. This one, which is the Dior Nude Gardens, only had like these little grids showing right here, because that would be the only place where I would put my brush, because I was trying to keep the pattern. So that's stupid. So I started using my brush all over the place, and now the pattern, it's going down. I've used this a ton and I truly like it. This is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter, and it's the one that I'm wearing on my cheeks today in a more subtle way, but it's just stunning. They re-released these with the same name, like Glowing Nude, I think it's the name, but it doesn't say Glowing Gardens anymore, and it doesn't have the pattern. It just has Dior printed on top of the pan. Puffin's wife always mentioned them. So if you need to see a lot of the shades or how she uses them, she hates hitting pan and she's about to hit pan in one of them, you need to reach for these. I know they're expensive, but they're worth every penny. The other highlighter that I had right here was the Burberry Rose Gold, and this one was basically unused, and the pattern was completely perfect. And now you can see that I've put my brush all over it as well. It still has more pattern than the Glowing Nudes, but I reached for it a ton too. So my highlighters were basically all used by me except for Prosecco Pop. I have to say that this formula is impeccable. So if you just don't have highlighters or want to try a good, amazing highlighter, I would recommend Glowing Nude, but I would recommend this formula in general because it's a really beautiful one. This is a product that maybe you need to swatch it in store, but if you try it, just let me know how it goes, because in my opinion, it looks beautiful on the cheeks. It's a natural glow that can be buildable to blinding, and I love it, love it, love it. I love the way it glows, but it's too similar to the Dior Glowing Nudes, and I prefer this formula a hint better. For bronzer, I have this one, but I never truly reach for it, and the times that I reach for it, I reach for it about twice, and I reach for it to use it as a blush, and it made me look a little bit muddy. And it's weird because the first time that I got this in a small packaging, and I finished it completely and I wanted it. I was dying for it, and then I got it as a gift, and I wasn't even opening it because I wanted to save it until I finished the small one, and then I forgot about it. Maybe I used it more than twice because the pixie is already gone from the pattern right there, but it just looks a little bit too pink and muddy, maybe when I'm even lighter than I am right now. But I don't think I'm gonna use this. Maybe I will put this on my kit and use it on my fair skin clients, because I know that some of them, a few of them, have a little bit of a pink undertone and I have nothing to match them. So I know that this mixed with another bronzer that I have will work for them. So it's not that it's bad, it's just that the undertone is not really my thing. This one I used it a ton as well. This is the Too Faced Beach Bunny, and they don't show much progress at all, but with this bronzer you only need a small amount. And this is a product that I mostly use as a blush, and since I was using the other blushes, I didn't want to go ham using this, so I would just enhance my contour with a little bit of this and then put blush on top or on the apples of the cheeks. I would highly recommend these Too Faced bronzers. I'm obsessed with all of them. I think they're one of the best bronzers out there. One of my favorites that I already finished is a Snow Bunny, and it's a highlight, but you can make it a little bit bronzy because it has color strips. Oh my goodness, that's one of the most beautiful highlighters I've ever used. You guys need to try that, and it's so underrated. It's not even good. Like, people don't know what they're missing. The hint of a pink that it gives when I don't like pink highlighter, but it's still bronzy and snowy, and it's just perfection. You guys need to try it. And if you want it on crack, try it with Fix Plus. It's just, it blows my mind. Hoola bronzer. I repressed this. And guys, do I need to say anything about this product? This is just holy grail. I don't want to talk about it because I talk about it in every video. If you don't have a bronzer, go get it. You won't be disappointed. This is amazing. The only thing that I would love from them is to come up with a dark shade and a super, super deep shade. I would buy them all for my kids. This is one of those formulas that you can do no wrong. It's just perfection. This one, I was so sure that I was gonna heat pan, and maybe I will after this video. I don't know if you can see the dent, but this is what I use to contour my nose. I was not using it for a while. That's why I put it in this Project Progress. But oh my goodness, I love this for my nose contour. It's just beautiful. But I didn't heat pan on it. This is super soft, so you have to be careful when you travel. Just wrap it up in a little towel inside your beauty bag and it will be okay. But it's a really soft powder and it's highly pigmented, so the tiniest amount will go a long way. If not, it will start to look muddy and it will be hard to blend. If you put just the right amount, it will blend like a dream and it looks just like a shadow because it's not super cool tone. It's a real shadow. This is nice, and this is the Sculpting Powder by Kevyn Aucoin in the shade Light. For foundation, I used them all, but the one that I used the least was the Power Fabric Long Wear High Cover Foundation by Giorgio Armani, and this is in the shade 6, and that's the reason why I didn't use it, because this is just not the right shade for me, and I wasn't self-tanned a ton this month. This is now too dark for me, so I would mix it. I used it about 3 times. I love the formula. I just can't wear it right now because I'm not that deep. It has been used, and you can see that the mark, it's in the Forever. You can see that it shows emptiness right there. This is the Dior Forever in the shade 021, and I love this foundation. It's still a little bit darker than me, but I can work with it and lighten it with concealer. I love this foundation. It looks beautiful on the skin, and it stays on my skin almost the entire day. It rubs off a little bit on my nose, but what's new, that always happens. And I love also mixing it with other foundations. The Lancome Tinted D'Eau Ultra in the shade 320 Best W. It's another one. This I'm gonna put in my project pan. This I love for mixing, and I used it a couple times by itself, and I also loved it. And then I was also using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this was by far the one that I used the most. I just want to finish this because if not, this doesn't want to let me go to other foundations. And this, I love mixing it not only with the Lancome foundation, but I adore mixing it with the Marc Jacobs liquid highlighter in Do You, the Dew Drops. So yeah, this was also a good one. Okay guys, so that was it for my project progress for last month. I'm super happy because I hit pan in about 3 products. I really used a few of the products that I have. I just had like 2 fails, and both of them I used them. I can find another use for them. One I can use where I'm darker, and the bronzer I can just put it on my kit and find it a new home. And my kit gives me money to buy makeup, guys, so it's good that I put stuff over there and not just give everything away, because I have a lot of clients and you go through a lot of the makeup that you have on your kit quicker than the makeup that I use on myself. This month I have 2 bonus eyeshadow palettes, and the reason why is because one of them I purchased it a while ago, never used it, and I want to see if I'm gonna love it or if I have to just sell it or give it away. And another one is just, I'm gonna say it right away, it's the new one by Dominique, and I want to give it a shot just to compare it a little bit more with that one. So this is the new one, but I want to really go crazy with it. And on this one, I really want to use the cucumber and the blue shades. This is the one that I'm telling you guys that I bought it and never used it. The wearage that it has is because one eyeshadow broke, so it's not even worn. This is the Los Angeles Pro by LORAC, and I love LORAC eyeshadows, but now this is the only one that I have because I decluttered the 1, 2, and 3, but I use them like a crazy person. So I didn't declutter them being virgins, they're just like used and abused. So now I have this one, and even though I love the colors because they're different from everything I have in my collection, I don't know why after I bought it they don't call my name, but maybe because I haven't used them. So I want to just give it a full week to use this, and the rest I will just divide it in the other eyeshadow palettes. But these I need to try and see if I want to keep it or just declutter it. And this is the Morphe JH eyeshadow palette. I haven't used this, and this was a gift from a client of mine when I was teaching her a makeup class. At that point, I never tried Morphe before. She gave it to me and I never really used it. I've swatched it but never really used it. So I just want to see if I like it, and if not, then I can put it either on my kids or give it to one of my sisters-in-law. This I'm sort of cheating because this eyeshadow palette, I used it this month that went by because I couldn't just help myself. This is one of the ones that I showed you guys before on my 5 in 5 out, and this is the Dream Street palette. This is a collab with ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow palette, so I wanted to put it in here and now really use it without feeling any remorse. These, I've never put it in a project progress, but you can see the love that I've shown to it. This is the Soft Glam palette. And with Anastasia shadows, what happens to me is that even if I don't have them in a project progress, with the eyeshadows that I put in the project progress, I always reach for them to complement the looks because I love their eyeshadow formula. So this is the one that I'm going to choose for this month. I couldn't have it any other way. This is my favorite, not limited edition eyeshadow palette from Anastasia. The first one is the Makeup by Mario one, but we don't want to talk about that because it breaks my heart. And then I have here, guys, the Norvina palette, and I love the shades. I love the shades. It's a beautiful palette, and I truly want to make a few looks with it. If you want to see something, I know a lot of people have been posting about it, but I live in Colombia, so it takes a long time for products to get here. I bought it when it was released, and then I just got it about 4 days ago, so I couldn't show it to you guys, but this is the newest eyeshadow palette from Anastasia. I have 2 blushes right here from Chanel, and the reason why I wanted to put this in here is because I buy expensive makeup and then I don't want to use it because it's expensive and then I'm gonna run out of it. So I added these 2 Chanel blushes. This is Golden Sun and this is Rose Petal. I love the scent. Oh, I love the scent. It's sort of a expensive granny type of scent. It's a rose scent. These 2 are my favorite because I have 3 and the other one I don't really like. It's a wine shade, Bareness, and I think this was a limited edition, but this is a Extra Dimension blush by MAC, and I have used this like crazy, but I've forgotten about it. And I love nude colors, and this is definitely a nude, but it's sort of a pinky nude, more pinky than mattely. But I know I will enjoy it because Extra Dimension blushes have a little bit of a sheen. And then I have this mineralized skin finish in the shade Cheeky Bronze. And this is a beautiful, beautiful bronzy blush. And I haven't used this in forever, and I really want to reach for it more. And this is my type of shade. I just have too many blushes and I don't rotate them enough. So this is gonna get a lot of love now. For highlighters, I also have 4. And the first one I told you guys, and I mentioned it on my favorites, it's Electric Slide by ColourPop, and I hit pan on it. This is a beautiful shade. It looks super, super wet on the cheeks. You can see it on my nose. It's blinding. I love this, and these are $8. So I'm gonna just leave everything linked below, but this is the first one that I chose because I truly want to finish one of the ColourPop highlighters because I have 2 more and I think that I need to just finish them or finish at least one because if not, they're gonna go bad in my collection. Then another one that I have here that I really want to show some love to is the Tom Ford Reflect Gilt. I've been using this more now, but I was just cheating and using this instead of the other highlighters as well. Even though I was using them, I was putting this one on top or just using it when I shouldn't have. So now I'm gonna put it there just to give it more love because these are expensive. These, I want to just make sure that I'm not letting it go to waste or if I want to declutter it. This is Twilight by LORAC. And I don't know why, but I always swatch this, think it's pretty, and never reach for it. So I need to put it in a project progress to see if I'm going to keep it or not. And this is a love of mine, but I don't reach for it now nearly enough. This is Oh Darling by MAC, and it's just stunning. And you can see that it's been abused a little bit, and it's the gold shade right there with Fix Plus. Without Fix Plus, it looks beautiful on the skin. And I have the limited edition packaging, but they also have this on the permanent range. For bronzer, I have the MegaGlow bronzer by Victoria's Secret, and these I never use. So I want to just see if I'm gonna love it, if I'm not gonna love it. I used to use it when I first got it, and the pan on here is huge, and I got it on a sale, and it was like $4 a while ago. So yeah, this one, I just want to use it more or see if I want to declutter it. But I love the packaging. It's just good for traveling, and it's super flat. It doesn't take that much room, even though the pan is huge. Then I have another huge pan right here that I never use, and this is the Bronze Goddess in the shade medium. I hear everyone saying that this is a little bit pinky. I've used it a couple times, but I never truly use it and keep it in my rotation. I'll be happy to use it, and I'll see if it's worth keeping or not. This is another one that I want to see if it's worth keeping because the packaging gives me anxiety. This is the Terracotta Mineral Bronzer by Guerlain in the shade 01 Light. Sometimes I'm really light and I really need a bronzer that will suit my skin tone, but this looks warm enough to where I'm not gonna look crazy pink. So I wanna try this. I don't know if I'm gonna be cutting the net. I don't wanna ruin it if I'm gonna pass it on. But I bought this a while ago. This was super pricey and I have never used it. I even heard Lisa Stevens saying that she found it on sale on some place. Paid full price for it a while ago. It was one of the first luxury bronzers that I got, and I just never reached for it. So I need just to see how it works on my skin to see if it's worth keeping. And then this one I've never used on my face. I swatched it and I showed it in one video. This is a Chanel bronzer. It says illuminating powder, but this is definitely not an illuminating powder. It's a bronzer. It's limited edition, and because of the packaging I never wanted to use it, but I think we shouldn't do that. There's gonna be more bronzers with flowers or whatever. I just want to use it and show it some love because this is a $50-something bronzer. This bronzer is the one that I want to use the most out of the 4 bronzers that I put on this project progress. And for foundations, I put 5, but I'm only gonna show you 4. So the first one is the BBU palette by Bobbi Brown, and that one has all of the stick foundations that she has, all of the concealers, and all of the correctors. So I really want to just see and learn how to use that because I almost never use it, even to contour the face and everything. And I also want to give a go to the RCMA BK11 palette, and this is a beautiful palette, but I've used it trying to learn how to use it. It's not like I'm an expert using it, and it melts off my face. People say that it's super long lasting, that the pigmentation, blah blah blah. I don't know how to use it yet. I know how to mix them. I know what the colors here mean, but I don't feel like I get the coverage of a 50% pigment kind of foundation. It's just weird. So then I end up applying too much. It looks cakey. I don't know what to do. This is Jose's favorite foundation on me. Every time I wear it, he says like, are you wearing the foundation that I love? But then it doesn't I'm not in love with it. So he loves it, but I'm not. So I just want to learn how to use it. If you have any tips, let me know in the comments below. But I definitely need to put this to good use because this wasn't cheap at all. Then the foundation that I told you guys that I was mixing because I was super light is the Etherealist in the shade Light EF04. And this is one of my favorite foundations. This looks like skin, but like a glowy skin. It's not extremely dewy, but it gets better with time. It doesn't last a long time on my nose, but then I will put a primer that will suit my oils, or just mix it with a long wearing foundation and put that one on my nose. But it's one of my favorite foundations that I want to have like 4 shades for my kids because I think this would be beautiful on a mature skin. And then these I bought and I have it on a haul, an Amazon haul that I did. And I wanted this for so long, but I haven't been able to really put it to the test. This is the MISHA Perfect Cover BB Cream in the shade 27, Honey Beige. This is a little bit darker than I would like, but I want to just use it a little bit to see if it will work for me. And then I have here, last but not least, the Dream Cushion in the shade 45. So this is definitely darker than my skin, but I haven't even used it once, and I can use it as a bronzer, cream bronzer for the entire month. So yeah guys, that's it for my video. I hope you enjoy the products that I chose for this month and love the progress that I did for the past month. Let me know what you're gonna use this month. These videos are super nice just to help you just go out of your way and pick out on your drawers the products that you're not using and you're not showing love to. And it's a nice way to just heat panning some products that you're using and rotating without having them in a project pan and forgetting about the rest of your collection. So if you like this type of video, don't forget to go and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be part of my YouTube family. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me what you want to see next on my channel. Remember that I post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please go follow me on my Instagram, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.